To order on House Bill 2094. Thank you, Senators, Madam Chair. On House Bill 2094, so the contents of this bill, it's an insurance bill. It's been taken out, put into, I think, another Conference Committee report. So this is a shell. And our intention is to request the Senate's approval to insert some of the Welfare Reform Committee bills that we've passed over the House floor this year. And those bills would be House Bill 2140, 2141, and 2179. And if it's all right, I'd ask the revisers to briefly explain those bills.
Let me go through numerical order. So House Bill 2140, it amends KSA 39709, which is the statute that deals with public assistance programs that are administered by the Department of Children and Families, such as the child care subsidy, food assistance, temporary assistance for needy families, and other medical assistance as well. And so it amends that statute to require that custodial and non-custodial parents are required to cooperate with child support in order to be eligible and receive food assistance. So the current law states that an individual applying for food assistance must cooperate with child supports. This amendment is stating that the custodial and non-custodial parent must cooperate. House Bill 2141 amends the same statute. And what it does is it increases the age range for adults required to enroll in employment and training programs. Thank you. So in non-numerical order, what I described was House Bill 2141. And what I am about to describe is 2140. Thank you. So 2140 amends the same statute, and what it does, it increases the age range for adults required to be enrolled in employment and training. So currently, only adults, able-bodied adults without dependents up to the age of 49 are required to be enrolled in employment and training. This bill would state that those who are able to and are ages 50 to 59 would be required to be enrolled in employment and training also, and that's also for food assistance. So lastly, House Bill 2179, it amends the same statute, and it separates the current version, it separates periods of eligibility for child care subsidies due to non-cooperation with child support services from the TANF periods of ineligibility. So the current law has both child care subsidy and TANF in the same paragraph, stating in order to be eligible for both of these, or if you're determined ineligible, here are the penalties. And so it separates those, but what it does is it retains the same penalties for both of that. And then after that, it adds new language directing the Secretary of Department of Children and Families to review child support, not compliance with child support at certain intervals, specifically including upon application for the child care subsidy, and after 12 months of continuous eligibility, and after that 12 months, when the Secretary renews or redetermines. So in summary, 2140 is food assistance age range. 2141 is food assistance custodial, non-custodial parents. And 2179 is child care subsidy related to cooperation with child support.
Question, if I may, Mr. Chair. Could you tell us who brought the 2179 bill?
Yes, Madam Chair. 2179 was requested for introduction in appropriations, and it was referred to House Welfare Reform.
Thank you.
So I'll briefly give a little history because most of these were on the House side. So 2140, last year the House passed employment training programs requirements for ABODs 18 to 49. In the Welfare Reform Committee, we had a presentation from DCF on what I would say the successes of that program. And so we looked at extending that employment training program requirements for pretty much ABODs are called work registrants age 50 to 59. So they could also benefit from the program. House Bill 2141, like you all are familiar with that one. And 2179 was introduced in appropriations by Representative Ballard at the request of DCF. That bill came to welfare reform. We ended up amending it. That has to do with federal compliance for child care assistance. And under current statute, the interpretation is that as soon as a parent is not cooperating with child support services, their child care benefits are stopped immediately. Federal requirements state that once child care support is initiated, it has to be continued for 12 months. So the bill was initially introduced, removing all need to cooperate with child support services. The House committee amended that to put the requirement back in to cooperate with child support services, similar to current law. But we mainly specified that the secretary could check for compliance or cooperation upon application and at the 12-month redetermination or review. And that, because we specified that it would be on the 12-month redetermination, I checked with DCF. They were part of that amendment. That would bring them back into compliance with the federal rule. So kind of, in my opinion, 2179 takes us right back to what current statute currently says, but it just clarifies that the payments would continue for 12 months. They couldn't stop prior to that 12 months.
Mr. Chair, if I may, knowing that my vice chair has got to go to another committee, she's spread so thin, 3 different committees on which she has to serve, and that Senator Petty has not come yet to the committee. So if I may, if you would give us an opportunity to read these bills, I know that this was given to you in a short manner, and then maybe we can even reconvene again later today, this afternoon, if you have time available.
I think we have plenty of time. We're on the floor again at 5.
Mhm.
So
We're on the floor again at 4.
you have a time that works best for you?
Caucus is 4:30. Caucus is 4:30, and then we'll be on the floor at 5 as well. So maybe perhaps after that. What is your schedule? You have a 5:30. Okay. And you've got okay. Okay. So could we potentially say 6 if that's okay with you guys?
6 is fine.
Let me potentially say 6, and that'll give us me time. I'm not sure when she's going to have time. But we will take a look at this bill and get an opportunity, or all 3 of these, and get an opportunity to discuss, and then she'll give us in a better position to listen to your proposal. Does that work?
Yes. Thank you, Senator.
Would you like then to reconvene at 6?
Yep. I will schedule that. And any other comments?
And I will let Senator Petty know.
All right. Thank you, Senator. That I do have to clear that with LAS, but I will request this room. Yes. So 6 o'clock, and I will try to get that out there. Thanks, Senator. We're adjourned.